What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back into the Pittsburgh Steelers franchise here on Madden 22. As you guys saw, we are coming out with our first game, our first official game with Dwayne Haskins Jr. at the helm. We will see what happens here in his first start. Hopefully it goes well for him, but we do have options waiting in the wing with a very similar development, age, overall type of quarterback in Kenny Pickett, who we drafted late in the first round this year. We're going to be going up against the Cleveland Browns in Week 1 in Pittsburgh. A great game, a great matchup to start this year off and to start off to see what we can do with Dwayne Haskins. Now, the important thing for me to remember in this game is this Browns team is a great team on paper. This is a team that we really got to watch out for. My strategy going into this season is going to be to let my quarterbacks game manage. Now, the reason for that is I don't believe either of these quarterbacks is quite good enough yet to run an air raid style of offense like I would try to do normally, or a very heavy passing offense. And so what we're going to do, like I said, we're going to run the football and we're going to let them prove it. You know, we're going to try to find a quarterback that can prove a thing or two to us, that can give us some good looks, and might be able to take on more of a role in the offense. Now, I'm going to try to play this as realistically as possible with the quarterbacks on the team in terms of playing time and things like that. Although I know my definition of realism is probably a little bit different than everybody else's. There we can see Harrison Phillips finally starting on this defensive line for us, and he gets in immediately against a very good Browns offensive line, one of the best offensive lines in the league, and makes a stop in the backfield along with Alex Highsmith. So some new faces on both sides of the ball for us. We should see those players making plays here today, and I look forward to jumping into Season 2 here, into the regular season, to see what we can get done. We got some very interesting things going on with this team, so excited to get into this first series here on defense, going well so far. We'll see if we can't get this third down stop and get the ball into the hands of Haskins, who's just biding his time, waiting to get out there on the field today. And I think he will be very much looking forward to that. Though they do pick up a nice third down conversion there. Kerry Vincent does come down to make the tackle, but it looks like it's going to be Peoples-Jones, I believe, who makes that reception. A guy that has really done some damage against us in all of the games that we have played against this Browns team. We're going to go ahead and drop back into some coverage. They are running slant routes and things like that over the middle to us, so we may have to adjust what we're doing defensively. I might need to go with a little bit of zone coverage. So let me adjust formation-wise here. We might have to go a little bit of man coverage. I'm going to go with a 3-4 safety blitz and see if that can't maybe help out. I predict this is probably going to be a run. It's not a run. We do get some pressure on the quarterback. Mayfield tries to throw it away, unable to do so, and that's Cam Hayward, who is going to get the first sack of our entire season here today. Love to see that. Now it's time to drop into a nickel formation or some type of a pass defensive formation and maybe bring a little bit of heat. How about another man blitz? It worked for us that time. Our coverage seems to be solid, and we're going to bring these safeties down. I'm going to try to cover with Minka. Another stop in the backfield. Kareem Hunt going nowhere today. The running game has been very ineffective so far for the Cleveland Browns, but that's not to say that it's going to keep that way. We do have a man. Oh, I probably could have picked that off. Minka Fitzpatrick does a nice job of batting that down, and we're going to get to see we're going to get to see Haskins for his first time in a real NFL game. So here we go, Haskins Jr. out on the field. We are going to try to run this football. We did bring in the new fullback. We got some blocks up front, and I'm not sure why McFarland is in at running back. Interesting. He gets the first carry of the game, but I'm going to have to check and see what my depth chart's looking like because I might need to adjust it real quick. All right, hopping back into it. I don't really know what was going on with the depth chart there. It was probably something carried over from preseason that I was toying around with. Najee Harris bouncing off tackles, gets us up to around the 50-yard line. Najee Harris, like I said, probably going to be the workhorse for us this season. Had a great rookie season for us last year. Has a great season so far for the Steelers in real life. Really, the major thing holding them back in reality right now is the offensive line, I would say, and the game plan. Harris, though, going to be a focal point for us. We've addressed the line in multiple ways, so I like what we have to offer. We're also going to be looking to get, I've been told it's pronounced Nagata, the young wide receiver. We're going to be looking to get him involved. I thought Haskins completed that pass, or I thought Deontay Johnson brought that down. It looks like he did not. I don't mind the idea of doing a play action here, although I'm thinking the dive might be open for us. So let's go ahead and run the halfback dive. Nice blocks up front. Harris is just being a monster. We might need to turn up the tackling for the CPU to make things more difficult for us this year. That's one thing that this season I will be looking to make things more difficult for us, just because I feel like, you know, we kind of rolled through our first season. I don't want to be too easy. We throw it to the back of the end zone and we miss Juju Smith-Schuster. We did put it to a place where nobody could make a play on it, which is fine. Haskins, though, starting out 0 for 2. Not really having much success. His passes haven't been bad, though, so obviously good to know. Offensive line holding up pretty well so far for us. 4 rushes, 45 yards on the ground for Harris. Harris now does have X Factor. Very important note there. That's going to, I would think, help us out tremendously. That's probably going to be a holding or something like that. Harris does catch the pass and pick up the first down. Yeah, they are going to get us for holding. Only about 2 minutes left here in the first half, so Browns didn't do much with their first offensive drive. We are at risk here of maybe not even putting up 3, depending on how this goes. 3rd and 14, that's a pretty deep third down situation. I don't like the route Deontay Johnson gave me, so we dump it off to Juju underneath and pick up 7 yards. That'll put us in range for a field goal. We'll likely go up 3-0, and I'll see you guys back in a moment. So nearing at the end of the first quarter, we are going to get another opportunity here with Harris. About 30 seconds left on the clock. We should get one more play here in the first quarter. I kind of like the idea of potentially launching one downfield. Do something play action related. Juju, I don't know, they're not really spread out the way that I would like them to be. That's a really nice pass. Deontay Johnson does get his feet inbounds that time. Deontay Johnson comes up with a very nice reception for us, and it gets us down to the 39-yard line. So we are knocking on the door at this point. I like the idea of maybe doing a play-action boot, see what we can do mobility-wise. Freiermuth open for the catch. Harris does a nice job on the move of completing that pass. Down to the 26-yard line. Ton of time left here in the second quarter. Deontay Johnson could be open here. He's wide open if nobody drops back in coverage. He does get covered, so we'll just dump that one off to the halfback. Got to try to take those opportunity and test their coverage to see what they're doing for us. Now we might have a good opportunity to try to throw one to the back corner of the end zone to either Claypool or Juju Smith-Schuster. We're going to toss one up for Juju. Does a nice job of trying to go up for it, but the ball took a long time to get there, and that one's going to fall incomplete. 2nd and 10. Kind of want to audible to a run here. I don't love the curl flat, but I think we're going to try to just roll with it. Chase Claypool does a good job of coming down with that one on the 4-yard line. Sets us up for a 1st and goal from the 4. Good opportunity here. We'll see if we can't hand this one off to Harris and have him punching into the end zone. We do get really good blocks up front from the offensive line, and that will carry us into the end zone for our first touchdown of Season 2 here in the Steelers franchise. That'll put us up by 2 scores. 7 minutes left here in the second quarter, and things looking solid so far. Haskins having a reasonable game manager type of a game here today. Not too much to note from him. Ooh, that's a tough route combination. Guys getting bumped off their routes left and right. 66 yards, no touchdowns yet from our young quarterback, although we have not tested their defense deep or anything like that quite yet. I would like to take some more, play action shots downfield, but I really don't feel like they're giving me those opportunities. Ooh, and that ball is going to get batted at the line, maybe. You go halfback angle. Freiermuth could get open over top here. Haskins with a really nice throw on the comeback to Chase Claypool. Chase Claypool does a very nice job of getting back to that ball and getting his feet in bounds. Claypool being a big impact for us so far today. I would like to see him get involved even more this year than he has in the past for us. Harris doing a good job. Yeah, we definitely got to increase the tackling for the CPU. I will be looking to adjust the sliders and make this even more entertaining as we move forward. I'm going to go ahead and hit this play action and see if we can't hit Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson getting absolutely mauled off his route. I don't know what's going on with that. That's been an issue in Madden all year long, and they still haven't fixed it. Actually, that was an issue back in the Madden 21 PS5 version or whatever it was, whenever they switched the way that the game played. And that was a huge issue. Just the general, ooh, that's going to be an interception. Dwayne Haskins Jr. doesn't put enough air on that ball to make it a sideline catch. And Haskins is going to throw an interception before he throws a touchdown on the year. That's an unfortunate way to start off or end off the second quarter here, although we do have probably an opportunity to get the ball back. Defense not making their tackles, though. And that's going to be a really nice run for Chubb. Gets them down to the 39-yard line. And they're in position to score here. 2:52 left on the clock. Plenty of time to get this one going towards the end zone. Robert Nkemdiche here on the pass rush. They dump it off underneath. Hit stick, fumble. That's going to be Terrell Edmunds again. The man, the myth, the legend, who has been absolutely monstrous for us in this Steelers franchise, forces yet another fumble, and that's going to be the new addition to the secondary, Jackson, Dante Jackson, who I believe picks that one up. So a huge swing of momentum, turnover followed by turnover to get that ball back, and we're sitting here on the 39-yard line with 2.5 minutes left to go and an opportunity to try to put this ball into the end zone down on the opposite side of the field. Now that's going to take some effort to get it there. We're going to have to try to make up for the missed opportunity the last time. Harris able to get to the edge, somehow avoids the bad angle by the safety, and that will take us into the opposite side of the field. 42-yard line, 2 minutes left, plenty of time. Here's what we're going to do. PA boot slide. PA boot slide or verticals. I really want to go to Chase Claypool deep, but I don't think if I put him on a streak on this that he's going to get open. I mean, it's potentially there. Chase Claypool come back to the ball. Does not create a jump ball situation, unfortunately. That's what I was looking for. Double pivot might be interesting here. Maybe looking for Freiermuth on the outside or Gentry coming across. Come on, snap that ball. It's got to let you snap the ball when someone's in motion like that. That's just poor coding on their job because they don't want your running back to get open off of that. I mean, that's a situation where you see that guy open like that, you snap that ball every time and throw that ball over there. I don't know why they do that. Well, I know why they do that because it's poor coding on their part. Like I said, they don't want you to get that. Juju Smith-Schuster completely uncovered on the side. Haskins does a good job of recognizing it and dumping that pass off underneath in order to get this ball rolling for another first down to the 8-yard line. Chase Claypool probably going to be our main target here. See if we can't get them on a move. Not going to be good. And Haskins turns the ball over again. We were trying to use our playmaker Harris underneath so that we could get some space and maybe make a play, but he gets strip sacked, and that's going to be his second turnover of the day, and there's no doubt about it. That's just a clean strip sack right there. Ball goes right to the Browns, and they've got 48 seconds and 3 timeouts to try to get the ball going in their direction and try to score. They're up to the 35-yard line now. They're going to burn their first timeout. Score is 10-3. We do have the lead, so can't complain too much now. I don't feel like it's a situation where I'm feeling like I have to make a quarterback switch. I honestly don't feel like Haskins. I'm going to keep getting Harris and Haskins mixed up. I might need to bench him just because of that. No, but it's one of those situations where I feel like he's played well, and there we go. Harrison Phillips getting a batted pass. Harrison Phillips fits really well into this defensive line. That's a player I would love to see the Steelers go out and get legitimately this offseason. He's going to be a free agent. I doubt the Bills bring him back with how much they've invested in their defensive line. They just don't need him. Harrison Phillips would be a legitimate Pittsburgh Steelers type of a defensive lineman. He would fit in so well, and they need the depth. I would love to see them go out and make that move. Nagata back to return. Unable to break a tackle, 22 seconds left on the clock. This is typically a situation where the Pittsburgh Steelers would attempt to run this clock out or take a knee. I'm not going to do that because I don't live by those rules. Even though that might be the realistic way to go about it, I at least give myself a chance on these runs, so we're going to try to give Harris the toss on our secret little play here that usually works. There we go. We got the good blocking. Harris is not going to outrun that guy. There's no way. But that was a really nice block. I actually want to go back and look at that because this is a number that I've been seeing all day. Who is this? This is 62. Is that Hernandez or is that Connor Williams? Connor Williams has been absolutely just beasting it up for us, getting downfield, giving us very good blocks on multiple plays today. I think Connor Williams is, kind of, shoring up that left tackle spot. He's kind of locked in there for me. I'm really liking what I see, and I'm glad that somebody left that comment saying, the realistic thing to do would be to play him and play those veteran guys, because I think that's the truth. I honestly believe that that's the right call. Play those guys, and we got Freiermuth. Oh, man, and he sails it a little bit to the left, a little bit away from him. What is a play that we could do? So if we go, this is second down, I want to go with a play action boot to the right side. Some type of PA boot to the right side, PA rollout. This will be good because this gives us Juju on the right side and Johnson, Gentry coming across. PA boot, let's get rolling out to the right side. We have our tight end open. Oh, and I should have caught it in stride. That will be considered out of bounds. I am going to call a timeout regardless to give ourselves a little bit of time. That's a 47-yard field goal from the 30-yard line. Let's go ahead and try to hit it. What does the wind look like? 6 miles per hour in our favor. Oh, my God, and that's going to be way missed. I did a terrible job of accurately kicking that field goal. That one went super slow on me. 10-3 is going to be our score at halftime. A couple of mistakes for the Steelers early on here. The Browns have not been able to make us pay, though. We'll see when we come out in the second half. The Browns get the football. We're going to see what they're capable of doing and if they can try to tie this game up. I lied. We're going to get the ball in the second half. I don't know what I was thinking. Let's try to put some points on this board here. I mean, come on. We've had so many opportunities now, and I have just simply, basically crapped them away. I've cost us with my mistakes. Haskins hasn't been as accurate as I would like him to be. Not the end of the world, but we need to be a little bit more aggressive here. Let's go ahead to Claypool. I think he has a good shot at catching this one. Man. Those jump balls just don't work the way that they used to, not in simulation mode. You don't really have an opportunity to catch them. Gentry could be open. Freiermuth could be open. Yeah, Freiermuth over here, coming across the middle. Stiff arm. Gets us up close to the 50-yard line. Let's go hurry up. Let's go change of pace, hurry up offense. See if we can't get something happening that way. Haskins senses the rush, gonna take off. Not the quickest quarterback in the world. Didn't cover the ball. There seems to be an issue with him so far, is the ball security. That one very easily, I think, could have been punched out. They luckily do not. Ooh. I don't know if that was just an inaccurately thrown ball or what happened there. That one was kind of thrown behind him on the play-action read. We're going to go ahead and hand off. I think this is the secure play here for us. Harris fights to get the first down, and he still doesn't want to go down. Harris has been our workhorse here today. Honestly, we just got to keep giving him the ball. That's the most secure thing that we can do. That's the best way we can give ourselves a chance to win this football game, and it hasn't failed us yet. Now, obviously, these tackling sliders are going to get adjusted a little bit. He does have X factor, so I don't know if, like, the tackling for the CPU is already up on this. So I don't know if adjusting the slider is actually going to do anything. I think it's just, like, he's really freaking good at this point. He's a super high overall, and he just breaks tackles. So I don't know. It's fun using him. I'll obviously consider looking at the sliders and adjusting from there, but let's just keep pounding the rock, honestly. Let's just keep getting this going. Here we go. Another broken tackle, probably a hold. That one's going to get brought back more than likely. Yeah, some undisciplined issues for our line today. Connor Williams, the guy that I was just talking about, gets called for a crucial holding penalty that's going to get that brought back. And that's, like I said, that's absolutely crucial, that penalty right there, because that could have been potentially game sealing, although Harris going to get the ball again and takes us down to the 10-yard line. This man is the ultimate X factor for this offense out of the backfield, either in the running game or the passing game. Here's an opportunity that I like. This is probably not going to work because there's two superstars on that side of the field, but Deontay Johnson on the jet sweep. Can we get the edge? We got the edge. Chase Claypool with a massive block out there on the edge. We read the block. We cut inside. We got down to the 2-yard line. Good opportunity there. Let's see what we see here with Dwayne Haskins. Is there an opportunity to throw this one? I don't think. Hand off. Still nothing gained. Good stop there by the Browns defense. We do have a weak toss option right now. Could throw it. I honestly feel like our best bet is to put this on the ground, though. There we go. Harris is going to take it to the end zone. He gets the edge. That'll put us up by 2 touchdowns. So that's a good lead to have with 3 minutes here left in the third quarter. And on the very first play for the Browns of this drive, Baker Mayfield finds OBJ, who, is technically not on that team anymore, and he breaks a tackle, gets up to the 50-yard line. Really nice play by their offense, but they're setting themselves up for a potential score here to cut this deficit. I would imagine that if they get down there, they're probably not going to settle for a field goal at this point, although they might, depending on the situation and the timing of things. Baker Mayfield hasn't had a bad day, certainly has not had a bad day. I would say that their main problem has been on the ground, and their rushing game has been a bit more effective now than it was at the start of the game. There's a completed pass. Not sure what TJ Watt was doing, kind of just looking back. 12 of 17, 140 yards roughly. There for Baker. Baker doing pretty well. I forgot that I switched my playbook here, so I need to make sure that I switch it so that I have the correct guys in a defensive end. And there we go. That's going to be Robert Nkemdiche who comes up with the batted pass. We got to put in... See, this is the issue. TJ Watt needs to be out here, and Highsmith needs to be out on the edge in our pass rush situations. They had me fooled on that one. They absolutely had me fooled. I'm going to go in here and switch the depth chart for those defensive ends and see you back here in a second. All right, we're back here. 3rd and 10 situation. What can they get done? We are bringing a blitz. He's got a man open over the middle, OBJ. And we do come up with the tackle. I thought he was going to break that and get into the end zone. There was an opening there. Drop Schobert back into coverage here. We are playing a little bit of zone. I think we might be better off playing man. There we go. Another hit stick tackle. I'm like trying to make any fumble I can here because Edmonds is a huge hitter. He just absolutely destroys anybody that he comes up against now. There we go. Can we get the goal line stand? Alex Highsmith gets the tackle. down at the 2-yard line. That's probably going to take us to the fourth quarter, which is going to more than likely trigger a 4-down scenario here. So 3rd and goal. We probably have to stop them 2 more times. I'm going to call run up the middle. They are going to run it, and they do a really good job running to the right side. Chubb finds the hole, gets into the end zone, shaving off a tackle, and that's going to cut the deficit to 7 points. We're going to get the ball back with the majority of the fourth quarter left and see if we can't chew some clock. And unfortunately, Dwayne Haskins is going to get picked off a second time, and they're going to take the interception here back to the 28-yard line, already completing a pass down to the 13, and they're on the verge of tying this football game up. We got to come up with some lockdown plays here on the defensive side of the ball if we want to try to stave off them tying this football game up. Though their offense has been rolling, our offense is stuttering a little bit, so might have to think about changing the game plan on the offensive side a little bit. You know, Haskins couldn't get it done on I think it was 3rd and 15 or something. He looked like he had a man open and underthrew the ball a little bit, and it was picked off. So tough luck, tough break. We are very much still in this game, and there's the tying score. I believe that's Landry who gets in for the touchdown, ties this game up, and we're going to be getting the ball back with 5:45, and we got to go down and put some points on the board. All right, so back to the grind here. Time to put the ball in Najee Harris's hands and see if we can't get this rock moving. They have been stacking the box, so we've had much less success, I would say, in our ground game. And that's part of the reason why we had to throw on a 3rd and 17 situation like that. 2nd and 8, though, I feel like we have an opportunity here to get something moving. Harris, if you could have just broken 1 tackle, you might have been in the end zone. 20 rushes, 138 yards, and 2 touchdowns for the big man today. And it's still giving us all of these passing plays, but I really want to just keep the ball on the ground right now. So Haskins going to hand it off again here. And it's interesting, and I've been noticing this, it seems like a majority of the time, Myles Garrett and whoever the other superstar is there keep rotating to the strong side or the direction that I'm intending to run the football, which does complicate things a little bit, all things considered. We're going to go ahead and go out of the I formation here. Can I just audible to a regular ISO? I don't want the motion or anything like that. Fullback leads the way. They might not give that one to us. 4th and 1. What do we do? What do we do? I like the idea of going for this, but I think what we do, we go goal line and we try to punch it forward with Harris. They're not going to come out in a heavy defense, oddly enough. That should be enough to get the 1st down. We do get the yard, and they are going to give it to us. All right, so 2.5 minutes remaining, and we're still not really in territory to be able to score. We're probably going to need Haskins to throw the ball. I mean, we're not getting as much room as we would like on the ground right now. So there's the 2-minute warning, 17-17, tied football game. Do we put the ball into our quarterback's hands? It's a tough decision. We're going to have to throw short, I think. Freiermuth or Johnson. Johnson does the possession catch. 3rd and 3. Can I go not halfback zone weak? I wish that it would give me more practical audibles here. Go with the halfback dive. On 2. And Harris, I believe, fought enough to get that 1st down. Yep, they're going to give him the spot for the 1st down. And see, now in a situation where I would probably pass the football, it's telling me to run it. I'm going to go PA boot flood. We have Thomas. We have Freiermuth coming across. Thomas looks like he's probably open. Oh, my goodness. And Harris, or Haskins, almost overthrew that. I keep getting mixed up on their names. Haskins almost overthrew that one, and that could have been deadly to our drive. We are in position here to take this potential victory, though. We got to keep the ball on the ground, keep possession of it, and trust that Boswell's going to be able to hit a game-winning field goal, which means, in my opinion, I'd like to get even closer because clearly my field goal skills are a little bit off right now. Hand this off to Harris a couple of times. Blocking has not been as good in the second half either, although I'm sure they adjusted. There we go. That's going to be a first down. That'll burn their last time out. I'm going to try to burn as much of this clock off as possible, but I'm going to run the football. I'm not at a point yet where I feel like it's necessary to kick the field goal, although some teams might do that or take a knee or something like that. I'm going to try to advance this football, and if not, put a touchdown on the board. We have timeouts. We got 2 blockers out in front. I don't know how that worked. I don't know how those blocks happened, but Harris is going to get into the end zone for the touchdown. I want to actually review this one because I'm real curious who I got to give credit to for these blocks. So it's not actually the right tackle Hernandez or the right guard / right tackle playing right tackle. I think this was all Gentry. Gentry did enough there to wipe out 2 guys. Now, from what I know, in the NFL this year, this is totally illegal. You can't go down below the knees to block a player outside of the tackle box this year. If I'm not mistaken, that's the rule change, so this would be an illegal block, technically speaking. But does enough to wipe out both players. Hernandez actually does nothing on this play, which is kind of sad to see, which might get his job taken away from him if he does any more of that. But that gives Harris enough to get out here to the outside. So nice job by Gentry, heads up play, getting low on that block and taking out 2 guys to give us the lead. 45 seconds left. We'll see if they can't get their Hail Mary. All right, so 7-point game, 41 seconds. We'll see what the Browns try to do. I'd imagine maybe attack the sideline. There's the pressure. And we could not come down with the interception. The pressure was there. I believe it was TJ Watt that time getting in and getting the hit on Baker Mayfield. We're going to try to utilize Alex Highsmith off the edge this time. See if we can't speed rush around the edge a little bit. Ooh, and they do have the completed catch to Hooper up to the 43-yard line, so they get themselves closer. They make this potentially manageable. 30 seconds left. If they do attack the sidelines, I think that they have a good opportunity to try to attack the end zone. Yeah, more sideline stuff. I might want to press my... I'm okay kind of playing conservative right now. I mean, I don't want them easily getting catches like that. Maybe I should back off Jackson. TJ Watt speed rush around the edge. Gets pressure. I tried to dive for that sack. We forced the incompletion at the very least. We know that this is going to be a passing situation. Let's go ahead and press the corners. We do have 3 safeties over top. Come on, TJ Watt, get off your block. There, we got some guys off our block. Pressure. Jump ball. That's going to be caught for the touchdown. They completed the Hail Mary. Tipped ball. Jarvis Landry is going to come up with that catch. Now, can they complete the extra point attempt with 10 seconds left on the clock? They managed to come up with the Hail Mary and tie this football game up. Absolutely incredible. What a battle here to open up the season. We will get one opportunity here with 10 seconds. You know what? I'm gonna take a shot. I am. That's the way that I see it. I don't believe that it's unrealistic to do so. I think that teams are crazy for not taking opportunities in this situation to try to pass the ball downfield. Jet touch pass. I don't know about that. Let's go ahead and actually let's try to get somebody the open part of the field's to the right. So if Deontay Johnson gets open in stride, he might be able to... Well, that's going to be... Oh, I thought he was going to come down with that and be a completed pass, but he still did not catch that one. That's going to be the end of regulation here. We've had 62 offensive snaps as opposed to their 42. We haven't passed the ball that much. Haskins has just been a bit of a turnover machine today. 3 turnovers, 2 interceptions, and a fumble. So the Browns are receiving the football, and we're going to have to defend. Guys, this video is probably going to go longer than I expected because of overtime. Our first overtime game, I believe, that we've had in the series this year. All right, so we're going to come out in man coverage. Try to get a rush on Baker. We do get the rush on him, although for whatever reason it did not let me track him down and get the sack. We did force the incompletion though, so I'll take that much. We know that they're probably passing the football. No, they decided to run. That one's blown up in the backfield, although for whatever reason that's going to credit him with a yard. 3rd and 9. Man coverage has been working. I'm not gonna do man. I was trying to switch to the backer. Didn't let me. Baker does enough to sling that one. And that's gonna get them up to the 45-yard line. Very dangerous situation here. We cannot allow a touchdown. That is absolutely certain at this point. The touchdown ends it. Terrell Edmonds to the outside, makes the tackle. Chubb has not had a lot of room today, despite some of his minor successes in the second half. We're going to bring Kerry Vincent down. Oh, it's a play action. Hits the running back out of the backfield. Play action's been working really well for them today. They've sold us on it a couple of times now. I mean, we have to keep showing blitz. Can't allow them to get any easy runs. What is with, if you dive, does it not allow you to sack the quarterback anymore? Did they literally patch that in because of the diving issues with getting sacks off of dives? I'm very intrigued by that. We got one-on-one on the outside. OBJ, I think, had that in his hands. I couldn't tell which one of those 2 players actually had an opportunity at that. We're going to go dollar defense, cover 2 man. There we go. Good speed rush around the outside. There we go. We did a solid job of stopping them. They're probably going to try to kick this field goal. This is not a given. It is from the 31-yard line in Heinz Field. It is in the closed end, though. He will put that one through. If we want to kick a field goal, it's probably going to be more difficult than that because we'll be going towards the open end. They did a good job of planning out their coin toss there. Okay, so we do have 2:35. I believe that the Madden overtime rules, I don't know if they're still broken in the game or not. It used to be that overtime was like continuous, though I don't think it's still the case. So we do have to be relatively quick and fast-paced with what we're doing here. They know that we're running the football. We have to be able to hit a pass. Although it's 4-down territory, so we got 4 downs to work with. So not the end of the world. We're going to have Juju and Deontay coming across on slants. There's Juju Smith-Schuster open. Can he break a tackle? He does not. That's okay. He gets us all the way up to the 39-yard line, which is already almost close enough for a field goal attempt. Dwayne Haskins actually completes a really nice pass right there. Good blocks up front. Najee Harris gonna find a good chunky yardage. Almost over 200 yards on the ground in today's game. Minute left on the clock. They are spacing out a little bit, so we're going to hand Harris the ball again. We're going to get called with another hold. Who is it this time? We've had 3 holding penalties so far today. I don't remember who the first one was on. I know the second was on Connor Williams. This one is on Kendrick Green. Tough break there. PA jailbreak screen might be open. It's a dangerous play call, though. We do get a good block, but not really any space to work with there. I'm going to take the first time out, make sure that not too much of that clock winds down. And let's go with a Steelers cross potentially here and open them up. I'm going to put Johnson on a streak, and I'm going to put Claypool on an in. One of those guys is probably going to be open. Claypool on the in is open. Gets down to the 10, maybe the 9-yard line. Let's go hurry up. And go Johnson on a slant. Deontay Johnson open. Dwayne Haskins is going to win us this football game. He does a great job of leading us down here in overtime. I don't want to put too much credit on him because he had a pretty awful game, all things considered, in terms of his turnover ratio. But I'll take the win. Dwayne Haskins, that might have saved his job opportunity for week 2. I want you guys to let me know in the comment section down below. Is he safe for week 2? Does he get a week 2 start? Do we think about putting Kenny Pickett in after a 3-turnover performance? Let's go ahead and take a look at the actual stats of the game so that you guys can get a good idea of what happened. So Dwayne Haskins' QBR was a 73.6. He was 18 for 30, which was 60%, 275 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, and he also had a fumble. So rushing, he should be on here somewhere for his fumble. He was not sacked much. I don't believe he was sacked at all, if I'm being honest. I think that the blocking up front was really good. 1 sack allowed by Will Hernandez. Team did really well. I think that Dwayne Haskins was maybe a little bit of a weak spot for us. Like I said, let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? Does he deserve a second opportunity in week 2? I think that touchdown in overtime to get us the win may have earned it, although I was beginning to think in my mind the door's open for Kenny Pickett now. So our week 2 matchup is going to be against Baltimore, another division rival, a huge game. Might be interesting for Kenny Pickett to go to Baltimore and be tested. Might be interesting for Dwayne Haskins to go to Baltimore and test out his skills. You guys let me know in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in the next one, and I hope you have a good one.